In October of 2001, Rockstar Games released Grand Theft Auto 3, making the transition from the 2D top-down of the previous generation to now full 3D. Grand Theft Auto 3 offered players an open-world sandbox that let them do whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. You could just cruise around and listen to one of the many radio stations, progress through the main story at your own pace, take on side content and become a firefighter, a paramedic, a vigilante, a taxi driver, or you could just go on rampages and carve out a path of destruction. It really felt like you could do anything you wanted. It seemed like there were no limits. While Grand Theft Auto 3 might not be as fondly remembered as some of the other games, it was a pretty important installment of the franchise. It bounced the series back from the poor critical reception of GTA 2 and gave birth to the Grand Theft Auto that we all know and love today. 1 year later, in October of 2002, Rockstar would release Grand Theft Auto Vice City, my personal favorite Grand Theft Auto. While Vice City may take us back in time to the 1980s, the game does whatever it can to move the series forward with many improvements over Grand Theft Auto 3. It wasn't just an expansion like they had planned, it was a fully fledged game. It featured a stacked and star-studded cast of characters, and for the first time in the series, a fully voiced protagonist named Tommy Vercetti, played by Ray Liotta. I'll never forget how excited I was reading about all the new features. Tires could get blown out, so during car chases, police would throw down spike strips and shoot out your tires. You could now actually shoot and get shot through car windows. You could buy new property for safe houses, or assets to help your empire grow. You could dress Tommy in one of the many outfits around the map. There was a wider assortment of weapons compared to the previous game. They added motorcycles, and helicopters, and just so much more. It really blew my mind that they made this game in just 1 year after Grand Theft Auto 3. I'll just say it, Vice City was great. It added so much to make the game feel fresh and take the series forward. It was a love letter to the 80s and of course Scarface. It also had one of the best soundtracks ever. At the time I wondered, how could it get any better than this? In October of 2004, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas would take the world by storm. I still believe that this is the best Grand Theft Auto ever made. Rockstar took everything they learned from the previous games and created a masterpiece. Planes, trains, and automobiles traverse the biggest and most diverse map in the series to date. San Andreas did so much to be the best, and it showed. It told the story of CJ in Grove Street, and how he had to follow that damn train.
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
It featured one of the most iconic fast food orders in video game history.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large.
It offered players more than any GTA game ever had. You could get fat or work out, mod cars, dance, gamble, shoot pool. You could even shoot some hoops, get a haircut, tattoos, create outfits, and so much more. It seemed like Rockstar pulled out all the stops when they created San Andreas, and because of that, it ascended to its rightfully earned place as the best-selling game on the PlayStation 2. Now that I've reminded you of why the GTA trilogy is awesome, I think most of us can agree. It's about time that these games were given a proper remaster and brought into the modern day. They're all approaching their 20-year anniversary, so what a better time for Rockstar to make it happen. Reintroduce the world to the games that made Grand Theft Auto great. Modders have recently released a remastered Vice City map mod for Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's pretty amazing. It's what you're seeing now and for the rest of the video. It's incredible exploring an updated and remastered Vice City. It brings back so many great memories. It'd be nice to see these games given this sort of treatment from Rockstar themselves. I'd love to see the GTA trilogy given a massive overhaul, while trying to stay true to the original vision. Updated maps, models, textures, and animations. More modern lighting and rendering. The works. Would Rockstar do what 343 did with the Halo Anniversary Editions? Leave the gameplay and engine the same but update and modernize the look? Or would they take the same approach Capcom did with the Resident Evil 2 remake and completely remake the game? It makes you wonder if Rockstar would even want to go back and make improvements to the old renderware engine, or if they'd rather just port each game to one of the more recent iterations of their Rage engine. I don't know the answer to that one. That's something for the people at Rockstar to figure out. Either way though, I know they would deliver something great. Now I know you could argue that these games received a remaster or a re-release for their 10th anniversary, but let's be honest, they were just ported to mobile and they did receive some enhancements. I think the ports of GTA 3 and Vice City were alright, but San Andreas, it seemed like more of a downgrade. But that's another topic for another day. I think we can all agree though, these games deserve so much more. While it seems like we're still no closer to GTA 6, although I could be wrong, Rockstar could announce it at any time, the remastered trilogy could very well hold over fans until then. I think a lot of us would love to experience these games all over again. The GTA trilogy was important to the PS2 era. If you ask someone what their favorite PlayStation 2 games are, GTA will almost certainly be among them. You could even argue that they helped define a generation of gaming. They were incredible. They were games that still felt like games. They were fun, and they didn't try to take themselves too seriously. At the end of the day though, I am speaking as a fan who loves these games. They're some of my all-time favorites. If you know me at all, you know that I love Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. I spent, and still spend, a lot of time playing them. Hell, I play them every Wednesday through Sunday when I stream on Twitch. I guess what I'm trying to say is, Rockstar, please remaster Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Thanks.